Shalom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakathum. Yahweh Shamar Alatha Ba'Shem Yahushai. I am Priest and Officer Gabar Math. We are ISUPK Connecticut. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Johnny Yahana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true culture and heritage according to the Bible, according to history, according to archaeology. All right, that we are the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. We are the people of the book. And our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, just bear with me. Salakia. The brothers, Yahweh Shamar. For counsel, all right, for questions, all right, if you have any questions, dial 203-548-0040. That's 203-548-0040. All right, if you're going through something, you need counsel, you need to know what to do about a situation as it pertains to being holy, as it pertains to being righteous, all right, as it pertains to the Bible, all right, dial 203-548-0040 to find a school near you. If Connecticut is not nearest you and you want to join a school, all right, go to isupk.com. That's isupk.com. All right. Shalom to Amala Kyra Baskerville. Shalom to Labab Benyamin. Shalom to Salakia. Kishaya Liana. Shalom, sis. Shalom to young man Lawrence. All right. Just bear with me while I post a couple more things. For now, just sign into the chat for now. I understand that I've been made aware that the links are no longer live, so I have to get live links. I'll be doing that. All right, so next week will be good. Okay. Let's see. Just bear with me. Huh. And we will get into part 2 of the topic today, which is the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will crush, totally desolate, isolate, and destroy their oppressors with the spirit of the Lord. All right, we'll get into that in just a moment. Again, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakathum to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Alatha Ba'Shem Yahushai to the sisters. All right, let's get started. So we did some scriptures yesterday. All right, young man Lawrence, read off the scriptures that we went through yesterday, if you could.
Sir. Yesterday we went to Exodus 15:3.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to 2 Timothy 3:1-2.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to Psalms 55:21.
All right.
Then we went to John chapter 4, verse 21 and 22.
Okay.
Then we went to John chapter 10, verse 30. And then we went to John 8:58 and 59. Then we went to Judges 3, verse 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to Judges 6, verse 34 through 38. Then we went to Isaiah 61, verse 1 through 11. And then we
Good.
went to,
Well,
Slakiano. Then we went to Luke chapter 4, verse 18. And then finally, we went to 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17 and 18.
all right, good. So
And
let's start today with 1 Samuel 16 and 13.
16.
Let's pick it up right from there.
This is the book of 2 Samuel. Salakia. Chapter 16 and verse 17.
Shalom to Shar Ban Yahawada. Go ahead.
Salakia, you said 17 or 13, sir?
I said 16, 13.
Sir.
All right.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Most High came upon David from that day forward.
That's right.
So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. Verse 14. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Verse 14. But the Spirit of the Most High departed from Saul.
Now, when it says that, young man Lawrence, what do you think that Spirit of the Most High that departed from Saul, what was that? Do you know what that was?
He's because of the separation, he no longer was abiding by the law, statute, and commandments. He was doing things outside of that, and so the Most High separated from him because he separated from the Most High.
Even more basic. What did he lack? What was his problem?
He lacked.
Who was he going against?
He was going against David.
And David was supposed to be his what?
The one that he was training up, they're supposed to take over.
But ultimately, what are you to me?
I'm your young man. You my other one.
But we are
brothers.
We are brothers.
Concert.
When that Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, brotherhood departed from him. He didn't have brotherhood anymore. He could easily hurt his brother. He could easily hunt to kill his brother, right? Isn't that what happened?
Concert.
He ended up hunting him down like a dog, man. David had to go hide. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening on a daily basis in America for us, for the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. We are lacking brotherhood and sisterhood. The sisters are talking crap about the brothers are talking crap about the sisters. Nobody taking care of the kids. Some are choosing to murder their children, right? If you would go and take a man's seed that he impregnated you with, and you would go and you do not see the value and the importance of that seed, and you would go murder that baby, not only are you not a brother, but not only are you not a sister to the brothers whose seed you took in, you're not even a sister to your own baby. You understand? You lack brotherhood on a deeper brother and sisterhood on a deeper level, because you would kill what the Lord put in you to give birth to, which is one of your own people. Okay? What good are you if you would do that? Okay? We need to have a contrite spirit. That's the spirit of brotherhood too. Contrite. You need to feel guilt and remorse for what you've done wrong. And a lot of us don't feel that when we do each other wrong, man. We don't feel any type of way. And guess what that is? That's the spirit of the oppressor. The Spirit of the Lord will have you feeling like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. What's wrong with me, man? I gotta change myself. I can't be like this no more, man. Yo, I gotta seek out that brother or that sister. I gotta make it right. That is the spirit of the Lord. The spirit that makes you say, let me do the right thing. Let me do the righteous thing. Let me do the thing that is hard to do, but the thing I should do. I should war against myself and my selfishness, and I should do what's right for that brother and myself so that we can be one again. One what? One in the spirit of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Not one as an I and he, but one as in we. That's how you build a nation, right? Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. What isn't that what we do in the ISUPK? We get anointed with oil, man. We get anointed with oil. You go to a class after class. Does anyone want to be anointed? You know what I'm saying? And for different purposes. And what happened to David after that happened? David from that day forward, right? I'm sorry, Salaki. And anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David. From that day forward, David felt different. He did different. He was different. He was better. So Manuel rose up and went to Ramah, but the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul. Now, Saul was a bastard right then, man, right? Saul didn't want to follow the law. That's no spirit of the Most High. You don't want to follow the law. The spirit of the Most High is law. It is having brotherhood. It is doing what God said to do, right? And God said that we must love our brothers as ourselves. And Saul stopped doing that. And evil went, sorry, Salakia, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. The spirit that Saul then had was evil. The spirit of evil. Read 15.
Concert. And Saul's servant said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from the powers troubled thee. Verse 16. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on a harp, excuse me. And it shall come to pass when the evil spirit from the powers is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. Verse 7.
Keep going.
Verse 17. And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me.
Yep.
Slaki, sir, you was gonna say something?
No, go ahead. I'm just giving my little yep, okay. Let's go ahead.
Answer. Slaki.
No sweat.
Verse 18. Then answered one of the servants, and said, behold, I have seen a son of Jesse, the Bethlehemite, that is cunning in playing, and a mighty violent man, and a man of war.
A man of what?
And a man of war.
Just like that is the spirit of the Most High. Go ahead.
Concert. And a prudent in matters.
Having wisdom in matters. He's prudent. That is the spirit of the Lord. Go ahead.
Concert. And a comely man, a comely person.
He is beautiful looking. He's nice to look at, like myself and young man Lawrence. Go ahead.
And the Most High is with him.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. Wherefore Saul sent messengers unto Jesse and said, send me David thy son, which is with the sheep.
Right, because David was a humble man. He was a keeper of the sheep, man. Listen, the prerequisite, what he was looking for was in David, because David had the spirit of the Most High. All right? Let's drop that. Let's get 2 Samuel 23 and 2.
2 Samuel 23 and 2.
Come
Come, sir. This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 23 and verse 2. The Spirit of the Most High spoke by me, and his words was in my mouth. I'm in my tongue. Verse 3. The powers of Israel said, the rock of Israel spoke to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of the powers.
That's right. Now stop. The Spirit of the Most High spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. The God of Israel said, now this is the man talking, right? Whose spirit is being led by the Most High, right? The rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of the powers. Go ahead.
Slack, sir. And he shall be as the light of the morning, when the sun rises, even a morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain. Verse 5. Although my house be not so with the powers, yet he have made with me an everlasting covenant. Ordered in all things, and sure.
What was that again?
Ordered in all things.
Ordered in all things. That is having the Spirit of the Most High, doing all things in decency and in order. Go ahead.
Concert. And sure.
Right. Being sure, not being lukewarm, right? But being sure of what you're doing, knowing what you're doing, having thought and knowing it. Go ahead.
Concert. For this is all my salvation and all my desire. Although he make it now to grow. Not to grow, Salaki.
Right. Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 6. But the sons of Belial, Salakia, Belial,
that's all right,
shall be all of them as thorns thrust away, because they cannot be taken with hands.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 7. But the man that shall touch them must be fenced with iron and the staff of a spear, and they shall be utterly burnt with fire in the same place.
That's right. That's pretty deep. But the man that shall the man that shall touch them must be fenced with iron, that's jailed, and the staff of a spear, and they shall be utterly burned with fire in the same place. They're going to be killed, man. Keep going.
Verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat chief among the captains. The same was Adino,
right?
Adino the Eznite, excuse me. He lifted up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time.
Damn. Well then, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's the Spirit of the Most High in Christ. Okay? Keep going.
Concert. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, and Ahonite.
Salakia. That's a lot. I'm going to say Ahohite. Ahahite.
Ahohite,
Okay. Salakia for the pronunciation, those who know.
please.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the three mighty men with David,
Uh-huh.
when they defied the Philistines
Mm-hmm.
that were there gathered together to battle. And the men of Israel were going array.
Keep going.
Verse, huh?
Keep going.
He arose and smite the Philistines until his hands was weary.
He was killing the Philistines until he was tired. All right, go ahead.
Concert. And his hands clave unto the sword. And the Most High wrought a great victory that day. And the people returned after him only to spoil.
Only to spoil, only to take the things of the losers. Right? Go ahead.
Concert. Verse 11. And after him was Shema, the son of Agi,
Mm-hmm.
the Herite,
Mm-hmm.
and the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines.
Right. Keep going.
Concert, verse 12. But he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it.
He held his place. He had the spirit of the Most High. He didn't just run. He held his place. Keep going.
Concert. And slew the Philistines.
And did what?
Slacky.
And what do you do? And what? And slew the Philistines. He held his ground, right? And slew the Philistines because the spirit of the Lord was with him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, even if he was afraid, he didn't let the fear make him run. He held his ground and he was successful. He was a winner. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Concert. And the Most High wrought a great victory.
And that was a victory for the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And 3 of the 30 chiefs went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Raphaim.
Oh, Rephaim. Excuse me.
Salakia. Raphaim.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And David was then in a hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem.
Right. The garrison of the Philistines. So there was a large gathering of Philistine soldiers, a garrison that was in Bethlehem. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 15. And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate."
Right. Keep going.
Verse 16. And the 3 mighty men break through the host of the Philistines. And
damn, David was like, "Yo, I'm thirsty. I need some water from over there. In the midst of all those Philistines right there. I need that water right there. I'm thirsty, man." And 3 brothers was like, "Yo, I get it." You know what I'm saying? And what they do? Go ahead, read that again. Oh man. That's heavy.
And the 3 mighty men break through the host of the Philistines.
So 3 men went running in to get their brother, their leader, some water, man. Go ahead.
Concert. And drew water out of the well of Bethlehem,
Mm-hmm.
that was by the gate, and took it.
and took it. Go ahead.
Now, concert, and brought it to David.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Most High.
He didn't even drink it. He just went like this. He gave a I hate to say it that way. He poured it out for the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to say the other thing. Like brothers in the world, we would pour some out to the curb for our brothers. He poured it out for the Lord, man. He didn't even drink it. He just said, This is for you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy though.
He poured it out for the big homie.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For the OG. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Most High Christ, man. Keep going.
Christ. Down on concert. Verse 17. And he said, be it far from me, O Most High, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore, he would not drink it. These things did these three mighty men. Verse 18. Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among three, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among three. Verse 19. Was he not most honorable of the three? Therefore, he was their captain. Howbeit, he attained not unto the first three. Salakia. Verse 20.
Salakia. Hold there.
All right, Salakia.
Mariam Bath Yashikar Shalom. Salakia. Bear with me one moment. Okay. Salakia. All right, let's keep going. I'll pick up one verse prior to where you were, and let's go keep going forward. All right. And just give me what verse we're on again.
Verse 19, sir.
All right. Come.
Verse 19. Was he not most honorable of three?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, he was their captain.
Now look at the structure. All right. Even back then, man, we had captains, we had generals. You understand? We had young men, we had troopers, we had order. Order and rank is the spirit of the Most High. And that includes our women. You understand? Our women have a place. Now, when you listen to all these other groups and Christians, they'll say, "Oh man, them Israelites, man, they don't have value in their women." Yes, we do. We have so much value in our women that we won't send them out to be killed. That we would rather go out to be killed and let our women live. You know what I'm saying? We have such loyalty to our people that we protect our women and children. That is what we're supposed to do as men. That's order. Most High, Christ, man, woman, children. That's the order. That's the holy order of God. When you have that, when you can encompass that order, when you can live in your place in it, you have the Spirit of the Most High. If you're a woman who's trying to be up over a man and running your mouth, and you can't shut the hell up, you know what I'm saying? You don't have the Spirit of the Most High. You don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing but a big mouth. But if you can say to yourself, I have a place and I'm going to stay in it, just like my husband is always going to be my protector, always going to jump in front of that dog before it attacks me, jump in front of a car before it hits me. You know what I'm saying? Do all the things that a righteous man would do. You know what I'm saying? When you can when you can know, not think and not assume, but know that that man has your best interest in mind, then you won't mind being under him, him being your head, him taking the responsibility of you. You'll love it. You'll see the benefit it gives you to take care of the house and to not have to think about certain things, not have to worry about certain things, because that man is there to do that. And vice versa. That man doesn't have to worry about the things that you take care of. It's a balance to it. You know what I'm saying? All that is the Spirit of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Concert. Verse 20. And Benaniah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of
Salaki, let's not even go into that. That's a lot of. Right. Let's drop that and let's get Isaiah 11 and 2.
Concert.
All right, the water.
Yeah, the bar. I don't want. Isaiah 11 and 2.
Isaiah. Con.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 2.
Right.
And the Spirit of the Salaki. You said something, sir?
No, I said right.
Oh, Salaki.
Salaki, do you have a delay? Is that what's happening? You have a delay sometimes with me?
No, it sounds like you're saying something, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
All right, no sweat. I'm gonna ad lib less, so that okay. You can go on. Go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Isaiah, in verse 2. And the Spirit of the Most High shall rest upon him, and the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of fear of the Most High. Verse 3.
Now that is the Spirit of the Most High. Right there, the Spirit of the Lord. And what is that? The Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might. When you see a man not back down to another man or a woman, you see him doing it in righteousness, man. That's the Lord, man. That's the Spirit of the Lord right there, man. Somebody who's not a simp or a simpleton. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's not easily pushed over. That's the Spirit of the Lord, because the Lord is a man of war, like we read in Exodus 15 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 3.
This is also the Spirit of the Lord, as we're going to read. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And shall make him a quick understanding
of
quick understanding and the fear of the Most High.
Now, look at that. And shall make him if you have the Spirit of the Lord, if you're in the proper spirit that you're supposed to be in the truth, you have quick understanding of the scriptures. Now, all men must be taught, right? All men must be taught. But once you're taught, you will understand. And it won't leave you. The understanding will stay with you. So then you read other verses and you'll have quick understanding of them, because once you get it, you get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the ex-murderers, ex-drug dealers, ex-womanizers, ex-sluts, ex-everything that's in the UPK that is now righteous men and women, right? We learn, and then we're of quick understanding, and therefore we're gaining wisdom. You understand? Keep going.
Sir. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears.
You won't just jump to conclusions, man. You won't see something and be like, damn, look at that right there. And then blah, 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 blah. Your mouth just goes crazy. Your mind goes crazy. You start acting all irate. You start doing stupidness. Nah, you won't let yourself jump just because you saw something, right? And you won't let yourself jump just because you hear something. You'll take the time to truly understand the situation, assess it properly, and then deal with it like you're supposed to, like the Lord deals with it, with long suffering, right? And with some understanding. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor.
That's right.
And reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth.
That's right.
And with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
Oh man, that's pretty heavy right there. That's what the UPK is doing. That's what the UPK is doing. We are smiting the earth with the rod of our mouths. You know what I'm saying? And with the breath of our lips, we're slaying the wicked, man. That's heavy. Keep going.
Slacky. I had to write that down. Slacky.
Oh, don't sweat. No sweat. Take your time.
Verse 5. And the righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins.
And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins. Righteousness shall be like armor for his tender parts. You know what I'm saying? The right doings, right? Go ahead.
Sir. And faithfulness, the girdle of his reins.
Right. And faithfulness, and being faithful is how he is going to reins move something left and right, right? Right. The Lord is going to try the reins. He's going to take the reins. He's going to pull them to hold you back. He's going to let them loose to let you go forward. He's going to pull a little bit to the right, let you go to the right, pull a little left, let you go to the left. But that faithfulness will control you, right? The righteousness will protect you. Go ahead.
Verse 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb.
The wolf will also dwell with the lamb, man. Those of us who are powerful and mighty are going to dwell with those of us who are weak and meek. You know what I'm saying? And there'll be a balance. Go ahead.
Sir. And the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
And leopards are notorious for grabbing up, being quick, grabbing up the young of other animals and making away with them. But they're going to dwell together too. Go ahead.
Sir. And the calf and the young lion and the fatling together.
That's right. Those are all contrasting things that one would normally devour the other. They're going to lie together, being as one. Go ahead.
Sir. And the little children shall lead them.
Children or child? What's it saying yours?
Oh, Slakia. And the little child shall lead them. Slakia.
And a little child shall lead them. Someone innocent shall lead them. All right. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 7. And the cow and the bear shall feed.
Okay, I'm going to end it there because again, you can read down yourself more contrasting things. Animals that one is very powerful, one is very weak, one is very meek and doesn't and only eats grass. The other one devours meat, but both of them shall work together. All right, let's drop that and let's get Isaiah 63 and 14.
Sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63 in verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
As a beast goeth down unto the valley, the Spirit of the Most High caused him to rest. So didst thou lead thy people to make thyself a glorious name. Verse 15. Look down from heaven and behold from the habitations of thy holiness and of thy glory. Where is thy zeal and thy strength? The sounding of thy bows, and of thy mercies towards me. Are they restrained?
Keep going.
Verse 16. Doubtless thou art our father. Through Abraham be ignorant of us.
Mm-hmm.
And Israel acknowledge us not.
Mm-hmm.
Thou, O Most High, art our Father, our Redeemer. Thy name is from everlasting.
That's right. Keep going.
Verse 17. O Most High, why hast thou made us an err from thy ways, and hardened our hearts from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake, the tribe of thine inheritance.
And who is that? That is the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. All right. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. All right. Verse 14. As a beast goeth down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord caused him to rest. So didst thou lead thy people to make thyself a glorious name. Look down from heaven, and behold from the habitation of thy holiness and of thy glory. Where is thy zeal and thy strength, the sounding of thy bowels and of thy mercies toward me? Restrained? Doubtless thou art our father. Through Abraham be ignorant, Salakia, though Abraham be ignorant of us and Israel acknowledge us not, thou, O Lord, art our Father, our Redeemer. Thy name is from everlasting. O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways and hardened our heart from thy fear? Returning for thy servant's sake, the tribes of thine inheritance. Now go ahead.
Counter, verse 18. The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary.
Right?
Verse 19. We are thine.
We are whose?
Thine.
We are the Lord's. Go ahead.
Thou never bearest rule over them. They were not called by thy name.
Ooh. That's right. Only us. Damn right. You like that one too? Damn right. The people of thy holiness, of thy separateness, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary. We are thine. Whose? The Lord's. Thou never bearest rule over them. They were not called by thy name. The heathen don't have nothing, man. All right? It is almost like an illusion. When we do right, when we make our place known, when we fill the shoes the Lord made specifically to fit us, you know what I'm saying? The flat-footed, high-arched, fat-arched, large bunion, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. When we fill those shoes, man, you know what I'm saying? The little calf, the big calf, we all come in different shapes and sizes. I'm being facetious. But when we fill the shoes that we're supposed to fill, when we are the men and women that we're supposed to be, man, we're going to know that the Lord wasn't with them. The Lord's always been with us. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones that need to come back to the Spirit of the Lord, having it. You know what I'm saying? Putting it on fully. And not being halfway constantly like we've been in this kingdom here. All right. Let's drop that and let's get the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Con, sir.
All right.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11. Slacky.
And let me say something too, man. Do you know what we put on? You know what we keep having on, man? We keep having on the lifestyle and the spirit of our oppressor, man. The one who hates us. What sense does it make to put on his spirit? He's a fearful beast. You know why he kills us in the streets, man? Because he's afraid of you. He's afraid of you to gather in large gatherings. He's afraid of you that you're going to take his woman, your woman, that he's going to send his woman out to do a mission and she's going to love you instead. You know what I'm saying? He's afraid. He's afraid. He's scared. He's worried all the time. That's what makes him such a beast, man. That's what makes him hate you so much. But yet you go on and you say, nah, man, he don't feel like that. We're all equal. He loves us. No, he don't. No, he don't. He took America from the original Americans. You know what I'm saying? The ones that were here first. You look at the definition of America, the first definition of American, the copper-colored indigenous peoples that were found here by the Europeans. Copper-colored, man. Take a penny, get an old one, get a new one, and get pennies in between those two colors. All those colors of copper were here. You know what I'm saying? All the way up and down. From North America, including Canada and Alaska, down to South America and the Canary Islands and the West Indies, man. We've always been here. And fear made him give blankets, and greed made him poison and steal and kill and take our food sources and make heaps of bones with them. You know what I'm saying? How many of us have ever seen a buffalo in real life when this landmass had them everywhere? Do you know what else this landmass originally had? Elephants, one-hump camels, lions, tigers, and bears. All those things are North American, man. But our oppressor, to spite him, he shot himself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? He took them all away just to brainwash you to be different than you are. It's time to take our heritage and culture back, man. You know what else was here already too? This Bible. He tried to give you Catholicism. He tried to give you Pentecostal religion and Seventh-day Adventists and Jehovah's Witness and everything else. He tried to give you Baptists and Methodists, and he tried to give you all these different things because that Bible is that powerful, man. He tried to take it and manipulate it. But guess what, man? You come back into your own culture, you stop learning the falsehoods and you come into the truth of the matter, and you'll have your everything back. But first and foremost, you got to get right with the Most High, man. First and foremost, you got to get out of the lie and get into the truth. You know what I'm saying? And cover yourself with that truthful covering, that righteousness that's here in the UPK. Under commanding General Yohana, it is possible to be the best you've ever been in your life, and for you to find brotherhood and sisterhood with those who seek the same thing. Because we all are seeking that, man. We're in a time now where we all are seeking after something greater than ourselves, man. And that is the Most High. And he is ready with arms open to accept us, man. When all we have to do is just seek him. You know what I'm saying? You got that scripture?
Sir.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And the Spirit of the Most High fell upon me and said unto me, Speak. Thus saith the Most High. Thus
Damn right.
have he said.
Oh, go ahead. I said damn right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Most High.
Uh-huh.
Thus have ye said, O house of Israel. For I know the things that come unto your mind. Into your mind, Salakia. Every one of them.
That's right. And the Spirit of the Most High fell upon me and said unto me, Speak. Thus saith the Most High. Thus have ye said, O house of Israel. It's not saying heathen or vagabond. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying nobody else but Israel. That's one house, man. And it's a large house. And that house has a section for the blacks, a section for the Hispanics, section for the Native Indians. And if you're not Israel, ain't no room for you in this house, man. The blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the house of Israel. I know the things that come into your mind, every one of them, because the Lord made us to worship him. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 6. Ye have multiplied your sin in this city, and ye have filled the streets thereof with the slain.
That's here in America. That's in South America. That's everywhere we are where we're killing each other and being killed by our oppressors. We're doing the job for him sometimes. You understand? Sometimes we are doing the job for him. It's time to stop that, man. Doing that. Therefore, I'm sorry, Salakia, verse 6, ye have multiplied your slain in this city, and ye have filled the streets thereof with the slain. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 7. Therefore, thus saith the Most High powers, your slain whom ye have laid in the midst of it, they are the flesh, and this city is the cauldron. But I will bring you forth out of the midst of it.
Right. Right. The flesh and the cauldron. You are making a soup of yourself, food of yourself, to be eaten by your oppressors and by those who hate you. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord's going to bring us out of it, man. He's going to bring us from in the midst of it. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 8. Ye have feared the sword, and I will bring a sword upon you, saith the Most High powers.
Ooh, go ahead.
Verse 9. And I will bring you out of the midst thereof, and deliver you into the hands of strangers, and will execute judgment among you.
Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 10. Ye shall fall by the sword. I will judge you in the borders of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Most High.
That's deep, man. That's happening to us now, man. We're knowing the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We're being torn up here in America and around the world, man. In England. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere we are, we're getting tore up, man. Because we're in the midst of strangers, man. And like it says in verse 9, we're having judgments executed among us. And we're falling by the sword. Verse 11.
Verse 11. The city shall not be your cauldron, neither shall ye be the flesh in the midst thereof, but I will judge you in the borders of Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. And ye shall know that I am the Most High.
Read that again.
And ye shall know that I am the Most High.
One more time.
And ye shall know that I am the Most High.
And ye shall know that I am the Most High. Go ahead. And there's a colon there, so now it's a supporting statement coming. Go ahead.
Concert. For ye have not walked in my statutes, neither executed my judgments, but have done after the manner of the heathens that are round about you.
There it is. You haven't been yourself. You've been putting on the culture and all of the customs and traditions of the heathens. You haven't represented the Lord. In the ISUPK, we represent the Lord, man. We put on his spirit. We celebrate his customs, his high holy days. You understand? We do what he wants us to do. You understand? That's the way it's supposed to be. And that's what we should be doing. Go ahead.
Concert. Verse 12. And ye shall know that I am the Most High.
And ye shall know that I am the Most High. Go ahead.
Concert. For ye have not walked in my statutes, neither executed my judgments, but have done after the manner of the heathens that are around about you. Verse 13.
No, read verse 15.
Verse 15? Salakia, sir.
Right.
Verse 15. Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, the men of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel holy, are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, get you far from the Most High. Unto us is this land given in possession.
Right. That's right. Because we've gone far from the Lord, our land has been possessed. Okay? Let's get Ezekiel 37:1.
All right. You said 57?
37?
Slack it, sir.
No sweat. 37:1.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 1. The hand of the Most High was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Most High and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
Keep going.
Slack it, sir. I just want to say this is my favorite story. This is
Most
literally
High in Christ.
story.
Most High in Christ.
Verse 2.
This is us and our brethren. Go ahead.
Concert. Verse 2. And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley. And lo, they were very dry.
Right. That's the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. They have they're dry. They're just bones. They have no life in them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Concert. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Most High powers, thou knowest.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Most High.
That's what the ISUPK has done since 1969. We've prophesied, all right, and we've said to these dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Go ahead.
Concert. Verse 5. Thus saith the Most High powers unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Because the words of God, the words of this Bible, the words of Christ are life, right? They quicken and make alive. Go ahead.
Concert. Verse 6. And I will lay sinews upon you.
Sinews.
Sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Most
He's
High.
fashioning men and women that will stand. You know what I'm saying? Bones don't have any structure. You need sinews. Sinews are ligaments and tendons that will hold bone, that will connect bone to bone, but not let it rub, right? Right? So it can stand, right? And then muscle that will allow it to lever and maneuver, right? Go ahead.
Concept. Verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded.
Mm-hmm.
And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone.
Keep going.
Verse 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the most high powers, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. Verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. Slakius.
Go ahead.
It's really like.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. Then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dry, and our hope is lost, and we are cut off for our parts.
Right. Stop there. Salakia. Verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy to the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. And that's what we have to do in the ISUPK. We have to prophesy to the four winds, man. That's what the prophets of old did. And that's what the prophets of now do. You know what I'm saying? The prophets of now are the men in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man and you're out there listening to this, man, get off your behind and come in here, man. Come in here and prophesy breath into your brothers and sisters, man. Let them live again, because they have been dead all of their lives, man. And you give them an opportunity to live when you do the job that the Lord wants you to do. Verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. You know what I'm saying? That's what we will be. That's what we are now, trust. But you ain't seen nothing yet. When the men and the women do what they're supposed to do on a larger scale, on a grand scale, and all the weed smoking and all the indiscriminate sex and all the debauchery that we keep doing, you know what I'm saying? When all that stops, man, and we just do what the Lord wants, we are going to be an exceeding great army of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And the world is going to be in awe of our glorious nature, of how we could be such an army and be so disciplined, and it just be in us to do so without having anyone having to whip our backs and making us do something and threatening us with court martial and all that foolishness, man. We're just gonna be loyal to the Most High, loyal to the God of the Bible, man. And we're gonna be separate, and we're gonna have our own dress and our own style, and the world's gonna be like, damn, we enslaved that, we enslaved them. We'll be lucky if they don't kill us all. But you know what? We're not unrighteous. Like I said, we're very righteous, man. A lot of us now even show how righteous we are when we have confrontations, man. A lot of us are able to take a life, but we don't. A lot of us are able to do so many things, but somehow we have compassion. You know what I'm saying? That compassion won't leave us. It's never going to leave us. It's going to increase, but the compassion will be redirected towards each other. You understand? It'll be redirected towards one another. And again, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Therefore, prophesy and say unto them, Thus say the Lord God, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Keep going.
Count on one concert, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall know that I am the Most High, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of the grave. O my people,
the
O my
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are God's people. Oh, my people. Go ahead.
Count on one concert. And brought you up out of your graves.
Yep.
Verse 14. And ye shall put my spirit in you.
Oh no, Salakia, read that again.
And shall put my spirit in you, Salakia.
And shall put my spirit in you. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will crush their oppressors with the spirit of the Lord. Read that again and keep going.
Count on one concert. Verse 14. And shall put my spirit in you,
Mm-hmm.
and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I am the Most High, have spoken. Have
Read that
spoken.
again.
Have spoken it. Salakia.
Read that again. Read from then.
Then shall ye know that I am.
Nope.
Salakia. That I, Salakia. Let me read it again. Then shall ye know that I, the Most High, have spoken it.
Right.
And performed it.
And what?
And performed it.
Not only has he spoken it, but he's done it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And performed it, saith the Most High.
Keep going.
Verse 15. The word of the Most High came upon me, unto me, saying, verse 16, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Right.
Verse 17.
This is the most important part because we've been separated so long. Go ahead.
Count out one concert. And join them one to another into one stick.
Read that again.
And join them one to another into one stick.
There'll no longer be Jews, Israelites, Puerto Ricans, Bajans, Jamaicans. There won't be all these divisions, right? There'll be one stick, and join them one to another into one stick. Go ahead.
Kind on one concert. And they shall become one in thy hand.
That's right. And that stick will be a mighty stick. Go ahead.
Kind on one concert. Verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
Go ahead.
Verse 19. Say unto them, thus saith the most high powers, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribe of Israel his fellows, and put them with him.
So like, and what? And
put them with him.
Oh, it says and put or will put.
And and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick.
Right.
And they shall be one in my hand.
Just repeat it again. Go ahead.
Kan. And they shall be one in my hand.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. And the stick wherein thou writest
whereon
thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. Verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the most high powers, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. Verse 22. And I will make them one nation.
And what?
And I will make them one nation.
One more time.
And I will make them one nation.
I will make them one. That nation will be called Israel. Okay. That nation will be known. They will be known as the Israelites. Okay. Again, no longer being Americans and Jamaicans and this and that and the other. They'll all be known as one. They'll be no longer known as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or First Nationers, Latinos, and Negroes. Okay, they'll be known as Israelites. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. In the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
Right. Keep going.
Kind of one concert. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will clean them. It's like it cleanse them. Is it cleanse or cleanse? Cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power.
Right. Keep going.
Kind of one concert. Verse 24. And David, my servant, shall be king over them. And they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them.
Now listen. When were we the greatest nation on the planet? When David was our king, right? And guess who will be our king next? Yahweh Shai. And it will be unparalleled. You understand? When we are all one again. Okay? That unity that David had, Christ is going to unify us all once again. But this kingdom will not fail, man. This kingdom will be forever. All right? That is my time. All right, young man Lawrence, the water for reading, sir.
Yonder boy, anytime, Adawan.
All right, good job. All right. I am Priest and Officer Gabar Amath, ISUPK Connecticut. We are ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we're teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true culture and heritage according to the Bible, history, and archaeology, that we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and our oppressors are the devils, which means deceivers or liars. All right, that the Bible speaks of. All right. We'll see you again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here in Connecticut. ISUPK. ISUPK Connecticut on YouTube, on Facebook, UPKCT Israelites. Shalom.
Shalom.